The Joburg International Motor Show has just closed its doors, and it'll be remembered as one of the finest. But for 7 people in particular, the second last day of the event will be remembered for the chance they had to become a Corolla master driver. Having survived an elimination round a few weeks earlier, the finalists gathered for a driving test with a difference. The competition, organized by Toyota and held in conjunction with various motoring publications and RPM TV, wasn't about speed or lap times. It was about precision, patience and awareness on a day where the winner would drive off in a brand new Toyota Corolla Sprinter. Starting with a heritage drive through the busy Saturday morning Soweto traffic, each driver was scored by a member of the participating media. So the first half of the day's activities are done, and now we're back at the Joburg International Motor Show at a closed-off tarred section where the contestants will be put through a series of tests, things like tyre changes and a gymkhana, to help decide who is the Toyota master driver. In front of a slowly gathering crowd, the contestants' nerves began to build as the testing became just a little bit more demanding. Off the road and out of their driver's seats, they were briefed on part 2 of the competition, the first leg of which was a tyre change. With tools at the ready, the contestants would have to jack up the car, remove the right front wheel, then run it around the car once before replacing it and getting the car off the jack. Almost everyone can change a tyre, but when it's a race against the clock and there's a 240,000 Rand prize at stake, the pressure can mean that the hands and fingers don't work as well as they should. At the end of the tyre change round, it was RPM TV contestant Renee Potgieter who came out on top. But the smile wouldn't last long as it was straight into the second leg, precision parking. 4 narrow parking bays were marked out, and all the contestants had to do was drive in sequence from one to the next. Simple enough, but the cones were barely wider than the Corolla, and under the watchful eye of the judges, mistakes were easy to make. This round wasn't against the clock, it was more a test of precision, with each side of the car having to fit in perfectly despite the lack of space. Points were deducted for each cone that was knocked over. Over the last few months, Toyota has been running the Master Driver competition in association with RPM TV and some other motoring publications as well. After a few thousand entries and an elimination round, it's all down to this, the final, where one lucky winner will drive away in a Toyota Corolla Sprinter with 240,000 Rand. And this was it, the final round. While the rest of the day had been fairly low pace, it was now time for each driver to gather their nerves and concentrate harder than ever. The gymkhana course was laid out, the stopwatches were set to roll, and the contestants had to complete the course in the fastest time possible. It took precision, but no one could afford to take it too patiently. As with the previous round, points were deducted for each cone knocked over, so the drivers had to find a balance between precision and pace. As each one completed the course, the next seemed to go a little bit quicker, meaning that choosing the Corolla Master Driver wasn't going to be easy. At the end of the day, though, it wasn't just about who could smoke the tires. All the points were added up from the day's events, starting with a heritage drive and its focus on driver ability, through the tyre change, the parking round with its emphasis on precision, and the gymkhana round where the contestants had to be fast but accurate. And after all the driving was done, it was off to the Toyota stand at the Joburg International Motor Show for a well-deserved rest and the formalities of the day. Each contestant and their participating media partner received a certificate to confirm that they had been part of the day, but of course, only one person would be handed the key to the grand prize. Rene Potgieter drove away behind the wheel of the Toyota Corolla Sprinter worth 240,000 Rand, and of course, he now also holds the title of being the very first Corolla master driver. For the 7 contestants in the Toyota Master Driver competition, today's action wasn't exactly high-paced, but it was no less stressful. They endured some trying times on the open road and then had to return to the Joburg International Motor Show to endure some precision driving on a closed course. But at the end of the day, there can be only one winner, and that winner is RPM's entrant, Rene Potgieter. How do you feel, man?
I feel excited. I'm ecstatic. I can't believe I won. It's amazing, really. It was a stiff competition today, but it was awesome. Really was awesome.